Hello, grade 9s. This is a video that I'm making on dividing polynomials by monomials. So you have this sheet, so this will help you or your parents and kind of helping you figure it out. So here's the first page. It says use the algebra tiles to model this. This is a division statement, and you have to find the quotient, which is the answer when you divide. So remember, the first thing you do when using tiles, we draw what I call the TP, which is one horizontal line followed by a vertical line, then a horizontal line, like so. Look at it sideways, it kind of looks like a teepee, that's why I call it that. So what we need to do is, I like to start with, this is the divisor. It's the one that goes along the side, and then this expression here, we're going to do it, place it inside the teepee. So this one goes on the side. So remember, x's, 2x's, they are like so, 1x, and we're going to place another x like so. Okay, x's are solid bars shaded in. Okay, 6x squared minus 8x goes inside the TP. Now that I have this, I know that I have to place these inside this area here, and they have to be two rows. They have to be in these, one row here and another row here. So I have to have 6x squareds. So that means I have to have 3x squareds in each row. That means I have to have one here, and one here. Same with here, here, and here. And again, they are x squareds, positive, so they're going to be shaded in. So there, I've got that part inside my TP. Now I just have to get my negative 8x. Again, it's not just 8x, it's a negative 8x. You can see there's a negative there, belongs to the 8. So negative 8x is also inside these two rows, right? So I have this row and this row. So I have to have 4 in each row. And so I don't lay them flat, I have to have them standing up because they have to be x high, right? If I made them lying down, they wouldn't have the x high portion, right? So we have to be this way. And we have 4, followed by another 4. And there we go. So I have, inside here, I have the dividend inside, 6x squared minus 8x, and the divisor outside. Now the quotient is whatever I would need to place along the top of the TP. So obviously, I have to have 1, 2, 3 x pieces, and they have to be positive, because a positive on this side and a positive in this side will only yield a positive inside. So these can't be white, or else they would have to be negative x squared, so they have to be positives. So there we go. So there's that part. Now this portion here, you notice that I have to have it only yay long. In order for this and this to work, they have to be white as well. So they will be for these little negative 1 squares, and they're going to be white. So there's the answer. The answer is whatever's at the top of the TP is the quotient. And that is 3x minus 4. And there's our answer. Again, what we're going to do is look for a simple rule that we can use where we don't have to use this model. We can just use a simple quick shortcut, a rule that allows us to go from this question and determining the answer right away. Maybe you see it right now. If not, let's move on to the next example. We only have 2 with tiles. So again, we draw our TP. Vertical line, horizontal line. We put the divisor on the side. 1, 2, 3x is positive. Now I know that I have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3, and I have to put 3x squareds in each row. So obviously I have to have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, 1 in each row, because I only have 3 of them, and they're positive, so I shade them in. And now I have a positive 6x that has to be also in 3 rows. So obviously 6 x's, I need 2 x's in each row, so they have to be, again, standing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 in each row. There's my 6 x's, right? Now the answer, remember, goes along the top. So in order for these x squareds to be positive, and if there's an x there, this has to be an x here, and it has to also be positive. And in order for these x's now to be positive, with this x here being positive, then these must also be positive ones. One there and one there. So that gives us the quotient at the top of the TP, which is x plus 2. There's our answer. Now, to find the rule, if you haven't figured it out already, what we do is we divide the first part of the polynomial by this monomial. So this divided by this. So that's 6 divided by 2. We divide the two numbers or the coefficients. That gives us the 3. X squared divided by x. Now going back a bit, when you have x squared divided by x is what we're doing. This is x to the power 1. When you divide powers with the same base, you keep the base and you subtract the exponent. So it's x2, take away 1. So it's keep the base x to the 1. Or just x. So we don't have to put x1, just 3x. Now here we have negative 8 divide 2. We take this part of the polynomial, divide this monomial. Negative 8 divide 2, get negative 4. X divide x, you can see that it cancels out. X divide x, it's like x1 divide x1. That's x to the power of 0, which means that we're left with, that actually is equal to 1, according to our exponent law, which means that they cancel out and nothing happens. So the answer is negative 4. And it works for that as well. 3x squared divide 3x works out to just be x, or 1x. And 6x divide 3x works out to be 2. The x's again cancel out. So the rule is we just divide each part of the polynomial by the monomial. Divide, I'll just use handwriting, each part of the polynomial by the monomial. By the monomial. Okay, so now I'm just going to take you through a few little examples here and using the rule. We don't need to use the tiles anymore. So we're just going to do a few. These are all the ones you had. I'm just going to do maybe just a few scattered ones. So again, what I like to do is first I like to draw this little symbol of almost like a heart, I call it. So you'll see how it looks like a heart in a second. We're going to divide these two. So 4 divide 2 is 2. X squared divide x to the 1 is just x1, right? We subtract the exponents. 2 take away 1, it's just x. Negative 6. Now I'll use a different color. Now I divide these two. You can see it kind of looks like a heart. The kids give me a hard time about that, but I just say think of the heart and you'll get this. And so negative 6 divide 2 is negative 3. X divide x. X cancels out. That's it. There's the answer. That's our quotient. Okay. In here, we use that. 10 divide 2 is 5. X2, x1, just x. Now we use this part here. 8 divide 2 is 4, or positive 4. X cancels out. There's our quotient. All right. Let's try, you can try that one on your own. Really quick, I can just throw it down. It's negative 5x3, positive 4x. Right? Next one here. We divide those two. We get a positive 6 n squared. And here, when we divide these two, we get negative 8. And we get n to the negative 2. Because 4, we keep the n, right? But when you divide, you subtract 4, take away 6, that's a negative 2. Okay, so it does get a little tricky sometimes. Let's skip E. I can write the answer in if you just want to try it. So it's 4k squared minus 4k. Okay. This one here, we divide. Here we can see that the c's will cancel out. First of all, negative 18 divide 3 is negative 6. The b does not cancel out, but c1, we keep the c and subtract, so the c's are gone, right? So there's no c. Now we divide these two, and we have positive 11, and c squared c, that just works out to be c, and then the d has nothing to cancel it out, so we get that. So anyway, that's there's some more complicated ones there. I'm not going to go through those. Maybe just the last one here. I'll just do this one here. So it gets a little bit more tricky, but not too much. But this is the last one I'll do here. So negative 36 divided 6 is negative 6. M3, M2, when we divide them, we get just M. And N cancels out, right? So we got negative 6M for the first part. Now here we got this division, 24, 6, that's a positive 4. And now M3, M2 is just M. n squared, n is just n. Pardon me, n. So that's the answer. It's negative 6m plus 4mn. And I sure hope that that helps you guys with dividing polynomials by monomials. And good luck on your test. Have a great day.